Hello everyone, welcome to Diablo 3 Reaper of Souls. We are playing the Darkening of Tristram anniversary event. I wasn't actually really planning to ever do videos of this game, although I do really like it. This one is just something that's quite special for me personally because the original Diablo is a game I remember very, very fondly from my childhood, playing a lot of. So, you have to play in adventure mode to access this. You have to go to Act 1, travel to the old ruins, the ruins of Old Tristram there, and you can see the Darkening of Tristram event is there. Now, for the purpose of this video, I'm not sure exactly how much of this we're going to do, but I've made a brand new level 1 Crusader. I figured that the Crusader, while also being a hell of a lot of fun, is probably the most similar to the original Diablo guy. So there is this pixely portal here to Tristram, and if we go through, you can see, it puts a pixely filter over the graphics. It limits our movement to 8 directions, as you can see, just like the original game. We can only walk, we can't run, so it makes it feel, as well as look, a little bit like...
This cannot be opened yet.
Makes it feel a little bit like the original game. Now, there's been a lot of negativity surrounding this. I don't share in that at all. I think this is really, really good fun. And I'm, like I said, not really sure exactly how much of this we're going to play. I was just going to kind of start slaying demons and see how we get on. I have played through the whole event with a level 70 demon hunter, which was really quite easy because I had access to all the powers.
Has been fouled.
Anyway, the sound effects, the mobs, and the creatures themselves are all from the original game, so I'm kind of having to remind myself of how I used to play that game, which was when you play as the Demon Hunter, which is a ranged character, you can kind of stay back and you don't have to worry about stepping out of the way of enemy attacks. Not the case here. I'm really kind of having to play a little bit more tactfully. As you can see, I'm already losing some HP here. I need to get that, thank you. Notice also the HUD at the bottom of the screen has had a filter over it to make it look more like the original. Not in the same shape as the original, but definitely in the same style. What do we have? Do we have anything good? Oh, I think actually, you know what? Okay, we've got Shield Bash. I think there may actually have been a weapon drop just outside the front door, so before we go too far in, see what it is. Short sword. It's better than what we have. Alright, let's move on. Now, in order to play this event, you need Diablo 3 Reaper of Souls. It won't work on the vanilla game. You have to play in adventure mode, which you, of course, unlock by completing the campaign, by beating Malthael in Act 5. So, not too big of a deal. You can do that in a couple of days if you're, or even in one day if you fancy playing Diablo all day, which I have to say is not something that's unfamiliar to me. This game is designed to be extremely addictive, and it is. But there is, of course, the problem of carpal tunnel syndrome. You get from furiously clicking a mouse tens of thousands of times in the same day. It can get you a bit of repetitive strain on the old digits. Anyway, it takes probably a couple of hours to get through this event. The event basically is like a representation of the original kind of 16 levels of Diablo. Roughly, I mean, it's fairly faithful to the original. There are nice things in it. The secret areas of the original are still there. The bosses are all still there. The mob bosses are like the mob champion guys. They are like named after the ones in Diablo and represent them quite well. What else is there? There are a few items you can get. There's a super secret item you can get quite easily. You can get Wirt's Leg from Diablo 2. Then there is a further secret you can get where if you craft Wirt's Leg, you get the schematic for it very easily, and then if you craft it with the blacksmith, you can get it as a weapon, although it's kind of, terrible. And then if you salvage that weapon again with the blacksmith, he breaks it down, and inside there's like a secret message which tells you how to do this mysterious cow-related secret in Old Tristram. And what that does is it eventually gives you a cow pet for your character, which is, quite a nice touch. But it does cost 1 million gold to craft the leg, so you need to make sure you have a lot of money spare to do that. I've done it on my Demon Hunter. That's like an endgame character, but I'm obviously not going to be able to get 1 million gold together on a character who started at level 1. Let's see. Okay, I'm losing a bit of HP here. Let's use a bit more shield bash. Get some of these little health wells. I would consider myself a very casual player of Diablo 3. Although it is a game I like quite a bit, especially nowadays. It was quite weak when it came out. It was fairly kind of worthy of its criticism when it came out. It was like they tried to make it too casual, and Diablo isn't really a casual game. Games like this I really like a lot, but there are, Diablo-style loot games, of which there are many, and I've played many. I really like them, but it's... Okay, that was weird. It's one of those things where you really feel like... I really feel like it's a terrible waste of time playing these games. Because you're just constantly going after something that's marginally better than what you have. And all that keeps you addicted is the fact that you make progress so slowly. So it is like a total waste of time. It's like being addicted to a drug that doesn't actually get you high. It's kind of stupid, but it is also enormously good fun. And I'm nearly dead.
Nothing stops the crusade.
Yep. So, I'm trying to think of good examples of this. I think the epitome of what I'm talking about would be something like Destiny. Where the actual game for what it is, and I'm probably going to garner a lot of criticism from people by saying this, but I really don't like Destiny at all. The reason for that is that the actual game and the way that it's, like the story, not that that's hugely important in a game like this, but the setting and all that gear, it's just such an afterthought. It's really poor. I don't care about the world that I'm in enough to want to keep leveling my character and going for slightly better guns and doing the same raid over and over and over again. Destiny is just one of those... It's like... There are so many manifold problems with Destiny. At least with this, when it came out with problems, they worked very hard over the following years to sort it out, And now it's an extremely solid game with a lot to offer. And they just keep adding more and more with the season system and the expansions. Although, obviously, the new character, the Necromancer, that's coming out very soon, is a paid character.
My strength is restored.
That doesn't really matter too much to me. Let's just see if we've got any gear. Nope, just a Veiled Crystal. Alright. So this is nice and challenging now. When I played this through with my Super Demon Hunter build, I didn't even need to get near any of the enemies. I would just dash away, shoot them with lots of projectiles, and then rinse and repeat. It didn't take me very long to get through. This is more of a challenge. I think it's going to have to rely a bit more on healing wells, healing potions, that sort of stuff. And of course, good old shield bash, which is a good method of crowd control early on with a Crusader build. I have to say, probably overall, the Crusader or the Monk are my favourite classes in the game. And I did always used to really like the Necromancer in Diablo 2, so I am very excited for that new Necromancer in this game. But people kind of people who are quote unquote not pro, but you know, connoisseurs of this sort of genre, generally don't really have a lot of love for Diablo 3 compared to other games. I would say the main competitor for it would be nowadays would be Path of Exile, which is a free-to-play Diablo clone with an enormous end game, which is really deep, and it's like a game that keeps on giving content, whereas this one doesn't. And I've seen a lot of people kind of saying, oh, you know, this is like a pathetic attempt to throw a bone at Diablo fans on the 20th anniversary of the series. The game that kind of invented this genre is, of course, the original Diablo. And the kind of furiously clicking action RPG style of it is was actually a complete accident. It was never intended to be this way. Diablo was... Ooh, first boss.
My wrath is low.
Shadow Bites. Nice and easy. No problem. Got some sort of drop from him. Yeah, so this style of combat, which has obviously been oft imitated since and become a classic style of action RPG combat, was initially a total accident. This is one of the items it gives you from this event. The armor is so powerful only the most conniving adventurers could dream of obtaining it. It's like you get some sort of things that are reminiscent of the original game. That'll do nicely. Something just shot at me. I don't know where it came from. I think the first boss proper is on this floor, but we are now much better equipped to deal with it, doing approximately 3 times the damage per swing than we were 20 seconds ago. So yeah, as I was saying, this is the boss. As I was saying, there is this style of combat was initially a complete accident. It was supposed to be like turn-based, and holy crap, this guy hits hard. I need to find a better way of dodging his attacks, really. Thank you. Come on. He's not too bad at this low level. He's a lot tankier at higher levels. There you go, buddy. Go on. Down you go. Down you go. And we got the Butcher's Cleaver. Plus 3 to 4 damage from 8.1, plus 4% damage, plus strength and vitality, plus experience. And doesn't lose durability. We'll give it a try. I think it's probably marginally better than what we have. Die, you sons of bitches. But,
Akarat be praised.
But yeah, the original Diablo, released on December the 31st, 1996, I believe. A little over 20 years ago now. And this event is running for the whole of January. So, at the end of the month, I believe, or possibly the start of... nice. Possibly at the start of February, the event will deactivate, but they've said that it's going to run every January. So if you don't get a chance to get all the content, or you miss out on the event for whatever reason, like you don't get around to it, there's always next year. For myself, as soon as it hit, I was so excited for it. I played through it all and got the bovine pet and all that. straight away. So I'm just happy to mess about with it for a little bit. And then I just wanted to do a video that's a little bit more of a pure Diablo experience, because my Demon Hunter was so overpowered that it wasn't much fun to play through this whole thing with absolutely zero challenge behind it. I mean, I basically defeated Diablo in about 10 seconds at the end. But there you go. But it feels quite nice. I think it's for a a free event. Like, it's better than the Diablo anniversary events in other Blizzard games. Like, World of Warcraft has a cow level now, which is good, but still, this is the best, really, because it is. I mean, to all intents and purposes, it's the entire of the original Diablo, available just to free play with any character at any level, and it's really nice how the kind of things they've done to make it feel old school. They so have. But I wouldn't say that this game is nearly the best Diablo alike. For ones that, I mean, there are ones like I was talking about Destiny, but that's obviously a loot shooter, which is a genre which I would credit to Borderlands for inventing, and I find Borderlands infinitely superior to Destiny. And again, I'm going to probably make a lot of enemies by saying that, but I don't care. I have a friend who played, or I have a couple of people I know actually who play Destiny like obsessively, and
My faith is rewarded.
Boom. One guy in particular I know says Destiny is like probably the best video game he's ever played. And like, I'm a liberal kind of guy. I respect the opinions of others. But I'm sorry, but no. Destiny is not... I would say Destiny is one of the worst video games of recent years. Not because it's badly made, or it's buggy, or it's like, lacking in features, but because of everything that it represents and the way they've gone about it all. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, they said when Bungie said when Destiny was coming out, oh yeah, we're going to support this for like years and years to come with like loads of great new content and all this, and then they're already basically on the verge of dropping Destiny 2. So it's like they've abandoned it. Like, it didn't work out the way that they wanted it to. And yeah, they've sorted out the like complete lack of a storyline with the, the expansions. But like, I mean, you compare it to this, which didn't launch in the best condition. How Blizzard have really worked so hard to sort this out and make it like more what people want by experimenting with things, some of which worked, some of which didn't work, like the auction house. But knowing when to cut their losses, knowing when to admit they were wrong and change things, is what has made this a brilliant game. With Destiny, it's like, you can't polish a turd, but you can roll it in glitter. That kind of thing. Like, they've got to the point where they can't polish this turd any more than they have, so they're just cutting it loose and doing a sequel and expecting people to pay all over again. Well, fuck off, frankly. Like, the game's only been out a couple of years, and it's like they're already killing it off after saying it's going to be supported for years and years with like loads of great new content, and now they're already killing it. Compared to Borderlands, which not only is kind of feels far more fun to play, in my opinion, but has a setting that's original enough to be worth caring about without just being faceless science fiction. In the later Borderlands games, the humour can get a little grating, but overall it doesn't overtake how fun the game is and how addictive it is. However, in terms of actual Diablo clones, what do we have going? There's Path of Exile, which I've already mentioned, which is enormously popular. Then there is like, let's see, Torchlight, which is worth talking about, because Torchlight is a Diablo clone. One of the first kind of fully shameless Diablo clones, because it was developed by a company called Runic, independent studio called Runic, who is comprised of a lot of former Blizzard developers who worked on Diablo and Diablo 2, but not Diablo 3. When Diablo 3 kind of wasn't going in the direction that the series was known for originally in development. Ooh, Leoric's Tomb. When it wasn't going like the way people wanted, they left Blizzard, formed their own studio, made a game called Torchlight, which is a cartoon-styled kind of indie version of Diablo. And it's quite small scale, but then Torchlight 2 was much bigger. Basically, Torchlight is like an indie version of Diablo, and Torchlight 2 is an indie version of Diablo 2. So, it's a really nice kind of mirroring of that sort of thing. Although Runic have actually fallen out of favour with a lot of people since releasing Torchlight 2, because they, all the way through its development, they were like, oh shit, it's the Skeleton King. Oh crap, I need to get out of here. Get out. I'm gonna die. Healing potion. I wasn't expecting this at all, I was just sort of not paying attention. You hit very hard. I'm probably going to die. I could really do with some sort of health buff here. Thank you. This isn't going well. Yeah, Runic fell out of favour because they kind of abandoned the Mac port of Torchlight 2. Having promised it from the very beginning. Shit. And they basically were like, yeah, we can't do it now, sorry. They're very unceremonious, and it was not cool, put it that way. But if you have the ability to play it on PC, and most people do, because it's such a resource-light game that it will run on any machine. It runs on like incredibly old laptops with like inbuilt graphics sets and stuff like that. It's really, really fun, kind of cartoon indie version of Diablo 2 with its own kind of pretty unique world and style. Very fun, but it's just kind of, it's deliberately as old school as it can be. It's very, it feels like an old game, even though it was released in 2012. And that's fine. And then there is one which I've been playing a lot of recently, Path of Exile. No, not Path of Titan Quest. Titan Quest is one Diablo clone from a few years ago, which I've been playing recently, which is very kind of well set in Greek, Egyptian and Roman mythology. I really like the ancient mythology kind of setting of it. But the game itself feels very different to like Diablo, particularly to this one, because this one feels like heal. This one very much, it feels fast and chaotic. You always feel very powerful, even in situations like this when you're quite underpowered. Gotta finish this fucker. Too many archers, man.
I require more wrath.
Shit. Get out of there. Get out of there. One of the best things I can say for this game is that the way that it feels is like... Can I finish this? Finish it. Did he just heal? Or did I imagine that? It feels like incredibly kind of... Go! You.
I'm healed.
What did I get? The Undead Crown. We'll have it. See ya. So it feels very fast, very chaotic, very powerful to play. As you can see, it's always very noisy and colourful and very fast. Path of Exile is kind of the opposite end in that you have
Yes.
you feel underpowered. The attacks have more of a realistic kind of heft. Like when you fire a bow and arrow, it doesn't make a load of noise, and like the person it hits doesn't go flying backwards through the air. It just kind of goes, you know, like a real bow and arrow would do. But it has this very cool Age of Mythology kind of setting where you go through like ancient Greece and ancient Egypt, through Sparta. You meet people like Leonidas and stuff like that. You go through like the Nile Delta. The setting and the soundtrack, the general production of it is completely fantastic, and for a game that's quite a few years old now, it's still very beautiful, and that's one I can really recommend. I was actually thinking of playing through that on this channel just because I'm really interested in history, so I would have a lot to talk about with it. But I don't know, that's going to be sometime in the future anyway, if that happens. Because I always kind of want to do history games on my channel and talk about the historical aspects of them, because that's really what interests me the most. But it just requires a lot of work. It requires a lot of like setup to do research about it and make notes to work from, find out like interesting things to talk about. I've already got some pretty big plans for games like that anyway, so we'll see what happens in the future. But I did really get back into Diablo 3 around the time of Reaper of Souls, because that was the time when they really started to fix it. Even like the Malthael boss fight in Reaper of Souls at the end is so much better than any of the bosses in the vanilla game, which just like don't really present enough of a challenge to be any fun. Malthael was actually the first boss in the game that even killed me, and I'm not exaggerating there. The first time I played Diablo 3 when it came out, I went through the entire game right to the end and defeated Diablo without dying ever on a boss. I think I might have died a couple of times on some like strong mobs, but the bosses were so ludicrously easy. And considering that, you know, like the final Lords of Destruction, Belial and Asmodan, are significant bosses in that game, but they are so insultingly easy that even like the first boss in the original Diablo is like markedly harder than some of the most powerful demons in this like fantasy world. Down to level 4 now. The mobs get upgraded with each floor. By about level 7, I guess, 6 or 7, you start to see the demons, and that's when things start to get prickly, but it's going to be quite challenging with this character. I'm not really sure how far I want to go with it, to be honest, but I will probably just stop recording when I run out of things to say. I did have some other things I wanted to talk about with this, but I can't. Oh, I can't really remember. Well, that was easy. Got a legendary helm as well. Oh yeah, this is where we start seeing the beast clans.
Nothing stops the crusade.
Nice. What's this? Identify. Leoric's crown. Cool. We'll have that. Alright. What I really need is some gear which regenerates life on kills or passively or on hits. What made my Demon Hunter build so basically so ridiculously game-breakingly OP towards the end was that I found a really good rare drop of chest piece with 2 sockets, and I put dexterity boosting powerful gems into the sockets, and then the rest of the effects on the chest piece that were sort of built in were vitality boosters and regenerate life with each hit and regenerate life with each kill. So basically, even the hardest hitting enemy that would like drop half your health in one swipe, I would just click on them a couple of times and my health would be back to full straight away. Could be surrounded by the most powerful like champion mobs, and as long as I kept attacking, I was indestructible. But on this, if I get hit, I don't passively regenerate damage yet. Oh, there's another boss. Black Lash the Turning. The Burning. Not the Turning. Alan Turing. Black Lash the Alan Turing. Okay. Getting a little bit surrounded here. But I might have a look at skill categories and runes momentarily and see if there's any new moves I can gear up with, because I've leveled up quite a few times now. We're like, what, 11 or something? You level up very quickly by playing this from level 1. The scaling on the event is really good for constantly giving you enough of a challenge to be just a little bit better than you are, so you do level up very fast. And you get the big mobs like that give you experience boost, like so. What do we got? 6 life per hit, that's what we want. Regenerate 4 life per second. Marginally better than that. Yeah, so we're going to be alright now if we... Yeah, life is regenerating fairly slowly, but fast enough. We can carry on. Let's see. I'm not particularly taking my time over this one. I'm just going to go through and see a few of the levels. See how we do. Flesh Clan. Each floor from now on has a new clan of beast, which obviously just get progressively slightly stronger and stronger. And then you get the Moon Clan and the Night Clan from Diablo 2 popping up as well. I'm really hoping that this game is still being supported by Blizzard in a few years' time, unless Diablo 4 has happened by then, of course. Because then we might get something like a Diablo 2 anniversary event, but it's unlikely to be anything like on the scale of Diablo 2. Diablo 1 is short enough that you can easily shoehorn something like this into the game just as an event. Double axe, one hand, no. 15 cold damage. Let's try that. See how we get on with that, because it's just a considerable markup in damage, so...
Death surrounds me.
We got Shield Glare. Iron Skin. We use that. Provoke. Okay. Raw. When you block with hardened senses, you have a chance to explode with fury. Oh yeah, no, Slash was really good. Slash. Whoa. Saver of the universe. Shield Bash, I'll stick with Shield Bash. But we'll equip a rune. See how we get on. Oh god, I remember this. The invisible teleporting guys. Again, incredibly easy with a Demon Hunter, but not so much here. There is a optional area on about floor 8 or 9 that's like the Hall of Blindness from Diablo. you can only see a very small radius around your character, and it's basically a big maze that's full of invisible teleporting enemies. It was very stressful in the original game, but not so much here. Ooh, a lore book.
And so, locked beyond the gateway of blood and past the hall of fire, valor awaits for the hero of light to awaken.
By the light be damned.
This cannot be opened yet.
Oh yeah, this is where we start needing bloodstones. Okay, so to open these doors we need... there's one. Right. Pop it on here. Get this one. I think we probably need 3 in total. Okay, here's the first demons. We can easily crowd control them with Shield Bash, but we need the Crusader's stat, the Wrath stat, which drains very quickly using Shield Bash, so just need to be a bit careful with managing resources. We should be able to get through this alright. Good being able to regenerate health in between battles now anyway.
It won't open.
It won't open. Nope. Okay, we need to find another bloodstone. Can't get through there, can we?
This cannot be opened yet.
Let's try this way. Nope. That's a bit strange. Looking for bloodstones. Okay, we've got another one.
It won't open.
Ah, open here. Cool. There's the third bloodstone. Oh, shitting hell. Okay. You hit very hard. Yoink.
This cannot be opened yet.
Of course it cannot. Go back to the other one. There we go. Next room. Armor rack. What you got? Arcane's Valor. Just before Arcane died, his armour was hidden away in a secret vault. It is said that when this holy armour is again needed, a hero will arise to don Valor once more. Perhaps you are that hero. Deckard Cain. Dexterity, Vitality, Regenerate Life, Gold Pickup. Yeah, we'll try it. It's pretty much exactly the same as the one we had, but, you know, what are you going to do? Broadsword, Short Staff, Short Stack.
It won't open.
Ah, that's annoying. Cudgel. Okay. Skeleton? Yep, I just knew there was going to be a skeleton there.
During the last days of King Leoric's reign, even the skeletons of the ancient dead could not rest. They took up their broken armor and weapons once more, ready to cut down anything that yet drew breath. Though wasted and fragile, these creatures possess a twisted cleverness that makes them quite formidable.
Stay a while and listen. I always do love Deckard Cain's voice actor. It's kind of a situation which you encounter very rarely in this medium of overacting, deliberate overacting to make the performance better. It's really weird, but generally overacting is only good if you're kind of laughing at it, not with it. The Deckard Cain voice is so ridiculous but it's deliberately that way. Diablo is a very strange combination of styles in its kind of world and like lore and stuff, because it's incredibly bleak, very, very dark, almost sort of cosmic horror kind of fantasy, where you have you know, the human race being like lecked around with for the entertainment of angels and demons who are battling each other in the heavens and hells. The world is like being consumed by unspeakable evil all the time, and it's like such a dark kind of twilight world. But it has this really strange sense of sort of black humour about it, where it never tries to be funny, but it always seems to succeed in being funny. Never takes itself seriously enough to actually like depress you with its world. But that does also kind of negatively affect the immersive quality of the story in some ways. But it was always brilliant. I mean, Diablo 2 I think is one of my favourite games of all time. This one not so much, but it is a very fun game. I figured if I was going to do a video on it, it would definitely be this event. So, here I am. Walking down the street. Getting the funniest looks from the people that I meet. Okay. The kind of graphical and sound filters in this event are quite clever because they're so simple, but like it's things like the frame rate drop, you know, like all the way the enemies all animate, the way, it's particularly noticeable when you kill someone with like a hefty attack and they fly through the air, because you see them, the very low frame rate, it's like maybe 5-10 frames a second, but it looks absolutely amazing because of the kind of, because that's how Diablo used to look back in the 90s. Level 6, okay, not doing too bad here. Approaching halfway through. Oh yeah, god, we start getting overlords. These guys are very tanky and annoying, and they hit very hard.
Blessings of the light.
Nice. Blessings of the light. Hello, boys. Okay. Let's see. I might go down to maybe to like the caves, which I think is level 9. Let's see how we get on with time. I don't really mind making this video a bit longer than the normal ones because it's going to be a one-off. So, like I say, if I play any game like this on my channel, it's probably going to be Titan Quest, for reasons that I mentioned before. So this is probably the only Diablo video you can expect from me, apart from if I feel particularly nostalgic for Diablo 2 in the future, I might do that. But it's too long of an undertaking to go through the entire of Diablo 2 in like a video series. It just requires like dozens of hours. Here you start getting those invisible teleporting enemies I was mentioning. In fact, I think this might even be where the Hall of Blindness place is. We shall see. I'm just kind of getting through this a little faster than I was now. Oh, a law book.
Beyond the Hall of Heroes lies the Chamber of Bone. Eternal death awaits any who would seek to steal the treasures secured within this room. So speaks the Lord of Terror.
My wrath is low.
And so it is written.
Get some, in these optional areas when you get like mobbed by large amounts of enemies, you usually get opportunity for like long massacre combos, which gives you enormous boosts to your experience and lets you level much more quickly, so it's always worth going down these. Apart from that you sometimes get pretty powerful bosses down these, but are we on 50 now? Yeah, so I think it's like 25, 50, 75 you get extra boosts to your experience. You get to 75 or 100 or something, you get like 2.5 times experience on all the enemies that you killed, so it's like you're killing twice as many or whatever. It's just a very useful way to get experience here.
The great pestilence in Westmarch killed both humans and beasts alike.
Half a level there.
The panicked survivors then threw the corpses of both into the plague tunnels. Now the Reaper's presence has revived many of those interred there, with the bones of beasts rising again as skeletal crawlers, driven to kill the living.
Don't think I forgot about you guys. You weren't part of my streak. Okay. Build up some wrath. Unleash on you fucks. Lose wrath so quickly. Luckily you build it up again very quickly. The shield bash mainly is used if you're trying to get a big streak like this. It's very useful for covering ground very quickly. If there's an enemy quite far away from you and you only have a few seconds to kill them before it ends your streak, you can shoot across the room with a shield bash, keep your combo going. So you have almost leveled up all the way again in like 2 minutes. What we got? Shoulders. This is all looking a bit shitty. I might have to go back to town very soon and sell this stuff off, but we'll see how we do. Carry on here. Carry On Slaying, starring Ken Williams and Barbara Windsor. That's a Carry On film I would like to see. Not that they make them anymore. What's in the box? We're on Stone Clan now, and they seem to hit fairly hard. Well, they don't hit hard, but they take a lot of hits. Belts. Arcane Dust. It's fine. What's around here? Small mob. And 2 major. Hack my way through. Okay. Oh, Happy New Year, incidentally. And, I had to take about 3 weeks off recording videos because of friends and family commitments over the festive period. I hope everyone had a lovely holiday period, though. You know, whether you celebrate Christmas or Hanukkah, or if you don't celebrate anything, or if you celebrate something else. I just hope you had a lovely time and a lovely New Year. I know I did. I drank a lot of champagne, I ate a lot of cheese, I got very, very fat. Well, I'm not fat, but I got fatter, and then I've managed to recover. It was lovely. We keep Christmas very well in my house. My girlfriend's really into Christmas, so we have lots of good food. I cooked a goose this year, which was extremely nice. And I did my signature gammon, which is like a big joint of ham cooked in Coca-Cola with cloves. So delicious. So delicious. And my older brother got my girlfriend for Christmas this cookbook called Leon. And we tried several of the recipes already, and my god, they're amazing. It's like the simplest ingredients, but the most amazing results you get from it. She made this casserole, which was like chicken thighs cooked in like fresh cream with lemon zest and green olives. And holy crap, I mean, it's one of the nicest things I've ever eaten. The olives and the lemon together combine to give the most incredibly sweet and succulent flavour. Delicious. But I digress. Yeah, I recommend that you try that book if you're interested in that recipe. Leon, it's called. Leon. And there's a whole series of them. It's a restaurant in London, and they publish these cookbooks. But this one is all about like casseroles and stews.
I require
and it
more
was
rat.
so good. Oh god, it's Blood Gutter. I remember this guy. He hits hard, but he doesn't have much HP, so we're fine. And we are regenerating HP per hit now. You see, if he hits me, and I lose HP, I get it back again very quickly by attacking him. But it doesn't matter because he got stun locked to death. What's this? Adventuring Fusina of Wounding. Looks good. Looks good. We'll go for that. It's like a pole arm. Let's try down here. See what we can find. Oh, an enlightened shrine. That's what we want. Level 7. Boom. Boom. Oh god, Mudman. I forgot about them. They are awful. They really suck. Justice. Justice.
I enjoyed that.
I enjoyed it too. Oh man, these guys are starting to hit hard now. I really need some better armour. Hoping for a good armour drop soon. I'm gonna have to town portal soon and sell a load of gear, but that's fine. This character, I've only created this character just for this one event. It doesn't matter what I do in here as long as I get through it somehow. Only thing is though, because it's an event, you can town portal back to New Tristram, and you know, like get supplies and sell your gear off and stuff, and then you can go back to exactly where you were in the normal way. But if you leave the game, there's no like way shrines in this dungeon because it's all like part of the same event thing. So if you leave the game, then you have to start back at level 1 when you load it up later. So it's designed to be done in one sitting. It looks really weird when you're used to the pixely style, but there you go. Merchants.
I've found some interesting things on my latest.
Okay, what we got?
Should take a look.
Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of everything we can't use, of course. Everything that's crap. That's all good. I'll keep the butcher's cleaver.
What is your deepest wish?
To serve my order.
Sell all this shit. Oh, that looks pretty good.
Disappointed.
Equip that and sell the rare one.
And surrounded by beautiful women. Yours is simply
okay.
lacking by
Okay.
comparison.
Okay. That'll do nicely. Back we go. What do we got? Shit and shit. Brilliant. Iron whip. No use. What's in the box? Arcane dust and a long staff, which we can't equip. Brilliant. Look at the blind.
I can see.
Oh, this is it.
What you see.
The halls of the
not.
blind.
Vision milky. Then
Now you get a lot of these little fucks, and if they gang up on you, they can be a bit nasty. But the actual labyrinth is no problem because you just look at the mini-map in the top right corner and you can see where you've been.
Move where light should be.
I see you, you little pricks.
Out of
To
mind,
employ some shield bashing here.
cast down into the halls of the blind.
So, okay, yeah, they're hurting a little bit. These guys, I need to regenerate a bit of HP somehow. I'll just, if I just, no, it's not good. There we go. It's disconcerting because a couple of seconds after you kill one, they burst into like caustic poison. So you think that they're still alive like that because they move again. Maybe it's just me. Okay.
Make your peace quickly.
Oh shit. Shit. Use a healing potion, I think. Got a ration him, but still, it's fine. It's all fine. Get a nice massacre out of that. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, so I took a few weeks off from recording over Christmas and New Year because I wasn't really at home very much. I had to travel all over the country to visit various people. We went to stay with my girlfriend's family for a bit. They live in the Lake District in Cumbria, which is in northwestern England. Ooh, lots of rare stuff. Oh yeah, that's the chest that you get as a reward for navigating the halls of the blind. So yeah, I went to stay with my girlfriend's family. They live in like an old 17th century pub that's been converted into a house, like right out in the countryside in the hills. Really, really beautiful round there. Amazing, like walking their German Shepherd down by the river and all this. It was just very lovely. Nice to have a little break from reality for a bit, but they don't have internet. Well, they have internet, but it's so fucking slow. It takes like, it takes a couple of minutes just to like get your emails and stuff. And I'm used to super fast fibre. It can be a fucking problem, but even so, it was a lovely time. Went to stay with my parents for a bit, and my girlfriend was off from work for a few weeks over the holiday period, and so I wasn't really finding much time to record videos, but I did have quite a few like already recorded, backed up, so I got all those uploaded. I'm now back to square one with it, so I need to be recording again, with some sort of prolifery, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off, I'm going to work to finish all the open series that I've started. I've finished Castlevania Symphony of the Night, that's all uploaded now. I've started my Alice Madness Returns playthrough. I actually recorded those first episodes quite a long time ago, but I just didn't get around to uploading them yet. I didn't want to have too many going on at once. I have finished Broken Age, but I just need to upload that in due course. We're near the end of Dishonored 2, but I encountered a problem with that. I had a problem with one of the recordings and I accidentally saved over the save file. So what the situation was that I'd recorded a whole episode of it, like an hour long, where I'd made really good progress, but my microphone had like uninitialized, or it wasn't initialized correctly, and I didn't know that it wasn't picking up my commentary, and so I have the whole video with no commentary on it. So I've had to record the commentary in post, which for a blind playthrough is a little unusual, but I figured because it was better than... I figured that, it would probably be less weird if I just went back and did it all again with commentary, but it not being blind, But I'd accidentally saved over the previous save file, and it would have taken far too long to go back from the previous mission, emulate everything that we'd done in exactly the same way, and get back to the same point. So what I've done is to record commentary in post. I'm done with this Hall of the Blind now. Let's go back. Over it. I'm so over it. Gonna go back this way into the level proper. I see you there, little prick. Come on. Okay, over here. One-on-one, these guys are easy to psych out because you can just like walk circles around them. and you can kind of break their teleporting a little bit. But in mobs, they hit hard. Hopefully should regenerate a bit before we encounter the next mob. All being well. Should just be down here somewhere. Or not. Down here. Here we go. What treats lie in store? Goatmen. Evil Mr. Tumnesses.
Crusade.
Nice to have a lot of healing orbs. Oh, fuck off. Hate these guys. Luckily they don't stick around too long in the game. Mainly just in this section that you find them. Okay. Down you go. In spite of my ridiculously underpowered Crusader build, and there being some fairly challenging mobs, I am still dunking on these guys pretty well so far. That's probably going to change significantly when we get the stronger demons and goatmen appearing, because those mobs can really fuck you up very quickly. So these guys are alright, as long as the main thing that we need as a crutch is gear which regenerates life, which is what we're starting to get now. It's not brilliant yet, but we're doing alright. Level 8. Oh god, I forgot about these. The big stone men. Which I'm sure must be the original origins of the design of the... what are they called? Burning Legion from Warcraft. Surely. They also look a bit like Storm Atronachs from Elder Scrolls. And while we're on that subject, it is not Atronach or Atronach. It's Atronach, okay? Oh dear. Baron Sludge. What an awesome fucking name. Oh shitting hell. Okay. 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 Stay calm. Don't get hit by massive fireballs. Kill the bloodstone. Die. Please die. You. What did you drop? Ooh, we got some legendary gear. Hand crossbows. Don't have a demon hunter. Damage, strength and speed, and life after kills. Good ring. Amulet, dexterity, resistance to elements. Fire skills do more. 9 life after each kill. If we equip that and then change the shield bash rune to... No, the slash rune to fire. I think that's right. Yeah, we get fire damage from basic attacks, which is boosted by the amulet, so that should be pretty good. But I think, was it the electric thing that was stunning the enemies? Because that was quite useful, so maybe we'll switch back. We'll see how we do. See how we get on. Give me that. Give me all that lovely health. Ah, piss off, to quote Ron Weasley. Bloody hell, to quote Ron Weasley. If you haven't seen my videos before, by the way, I quote Ron Weasley sometimes. Gotta love old Rupert Grint. Very easy to take the piss out of the Harry Potter films, but they are brilliant films actually. They're firm Sunday afternoon films. Very good. The Harry Potter books are absolutely brilliant. The films are pretty good on the whole. But the books are like pretty genius, to be quite honest. Die, you son of a bitch. Die, you son of a bitch. You got a lot of guts. Let's see what they look like. Kill the mobs. Burn them with fire. Good crowd control. Need to crowd control. To regen some HP from this prick. Get that. Get the healing orb. Okay. Those acid beasts are really weak, but they actually hit very hard. They do a lot of damage with each strike, so... Oink. Good, good, good. Nephilim Glory. Nice little booster there. Little buff. You move faster and unleash terrible bursts of energy. Sweet. Oh, Christ. Sweet. What was that? Veil Crystal. Get out of my sight. I don't care about Veil Crystals. Not one jot. Not one iota. Clicking away, getting carpal tunnel. I swear, when I'm old and I've got like really bad arthritis in my hands that stops me playing video games, I'm going to blame fucking Diablo for it. And I'm probably think to myself, well, the game isn't actually that great in order to merit destroying my ability to play video games. But by then there will probably be ways of playing video games with your mind in like the next generation of virtual reality or something. I'm sure it'll be fine. Lots of gold. You. Give me that. Where are we going? Working our way round. Oh, I seem to double back on myself. That's not much good. I love the repetitive sound effects in this event as well. It just makes it feel very 90s. How all the enemies only have one sound effect when they like hit or get killed or whatever, and you just hear the same thing over and over again because there's so many of them. Something about that's just very nice. Takes me back. So when I was about... Well, how old would I have been when Diablo came out? 10 or 11, I guess? And this was back in the days when you would get CD-ROMs on the cover of computer magazines that had a load of demos on, you know, like demo discs. And PC games back in those days were... This was in the age of shareware, which was like... it was like a demo, but you'd have... That's weird. You'd have massive parts of the game available to you. Like the most sort of famous shareware games would be like Doom. The original Doom, which had 3 episodes, and you got the entire first episode for free as shareware, with the kind of hope that you would... Gonna say something? Normally says something here. We're on the first area of the caves. So yeah, the idea is that they will give you like a significant amount of the game. In the case of Doom, it was like the first something like 8 levels of the game, an entire third of it just for free, with the kind of hope that you would order the rest by mail order or whatever. And this is before it was really common to like pirate games and stuff. When I was a teenager, after the days of shareware, people would like... You'd buy a game on a CD-ROM, and people would like buy a CD writer and copy the game, and then download like a crack off the internet to remove the CD check, and like swap them at school. But that's very naughty. Pirating games is naughty, kids. Don't do that. That's very bad. Harms the developers. The developers really need your support for the most part these days. Considering a lot of the best games are produced independently. So piracy really harms those kind of people. But yeah, so you would get shareware, right, and you'd get like a massive amount of a game on a disc on the front of a computer magazine, my dad would buy the magazines and read all the articles about computer technology, and then we'd get the CD and play all the shareware games, and it was actually pretty rare. Oh yeah, the black mushroom, gives you a rotten mushroom. It's always hidden in this level. That's the way that you start the sort of secret side quest to get Wirt's leg with that black mushroom. You take it back to town and use it on one of the corpses in town to start that little item exchange. Anyway, as I was saying, we got a disc in 1996, no, 1997 it would have been, of course. Early 97, we got a CD-ROM with shareware of Diablo, and it was like, I think it got to before this point. If I remember rightly, I think it was probably down to just before you start the caves. And I played it so much. I don't think I actually had the full game until much later. Slam Rain. What's Slam Rain? Ooh, sounds good. A magic flail. Go for that as well. What's this? Oh, level 10 already. Yeah, so then we had shareware of Diablo. I don't think I actually got the full game of Diablo until like some years later, thinking about it. Probably around the time that Diablo 2 came out. I played the original quite a lot then, but the shareware was kind of enough at that point, because you got quite a few levels. And I remember when you got to the point when the shareware had run out, you go for that because it's regenerating. You got to the point where the shareware ran out, and it had the stairs down to the next level. Oh shit!
Apparently praised.
Fuck me. Okay, we're starting to get bigger demons as well now. Was that Griswold's Edge? Nice. Little throwback item there. Yeah, you get the stairs down to the next level at the end of Diablo shareware, and it would get like, you'd try and go down them and he'd go, not a chance, and it would say you must purchase the full game to do that. And I was only 11 when I was playing it, so I remember thinking that it was well funny, him going, not a chance. There it is. How are we doing? Just over an hour, not bad. See if we can get through this quick. Probably start dying a lot round here, but if we can still get the penalty on death of reviving exactly where we were, losing 10% durability on items, that's totally fine. We can just town portal out, repair the items quickly, and get back into the fray. I'm just wondering whether I should play the whole thing now. Maybe I should. I don't know. We'll see how we do. I apologise for the extremely aimless commentary as well. I'm kind of... Blue Horn. Oh my Christ, you hit hard. Luckily, so do I. Oh shit, 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 shit. I hate those fucking ice mines. What have you given me? Reptilian arming cap regenerates. We'll go for it. Yeah, nice. We should be regenerating a fair amount of health now, so that's the main thing we need. Because it means you can play the long game with boss battles and walk away from them until your health is full again, and then jump back in. Very fun. And this is on normal as well, which does overall, I mean, it has its challenging moments, but overall it becomes very, what I would describe as casual. You don't need to play it on the edge of your seat, which makes it quite easy to let's play, to be honest. Compared to something like, I don't know what you'd compare it to, like Dark Souls, or Ex Anima, which is a game I'm going to go back to on this channel in a big way very soon, because that's a game I'm completely obsessed with. It might be my favourite game at the moment. Can't stop playing it. It's so brilliant. I will talk about that. See, Ex Anima is is a game which appears to be like Diablo when you first check it out, but it couldn't be more different. The only similarity is that it's a fantasy game with a top-down view, where you go through a dungeon. But it's so much more than that, or it's so different, you know. Gonna have to town portal soon. Let's make the most of this reflection shrine while we can. Assuming there are actually any enemies around here. No, there are not. Well, you can give me some extra experience. In that case. There's an enlightened shrine right there, so let's town portal now and sell off some stuff. Boink. We'll go down, sell this gear.
Some new things for you to take a look at.
Sell all the crap we can't use for a kick-off. Don't need all that crap.
My life is full of ease.
It is.
Fushina, we'll lose that. Lose that.
Priceless gems don't just leap into my pockets, you know.
You will
None of this crap I'm really interested
in.
in, to be honest.
Anything's
As long as I've got a fair setup. Yeah, see, that's better than what we have. We'll keep Leoric's crown. Just because it's legendary. Back we go. Maelstrom. Not too hard. Probably fairly hard in numbers, though. When I played through this with my Demon Hunter, I played through quite late at night, so it was like... I was kind of doing other things. I was watching... There's a really good documentary on the BBC the other day about David Bowie. And I'm a big fan of Bowie. Obviously, it's just hit 1 year since David Bowie passed away, and so the BBC did this really great documentary of a whole load of new footage. It's called David Bowie: The Last 5 Years. If you live in the UK, like check it out on BBC iPlayer. If you live in the USA, I imagine it's probably on BBC America, or there's probably some way you can legally watch it anyway. But I recommend tracking that documentary down if you're into Bowie, because it was very enlightening. I've seen basically every Bowie documentary there is, and that one still had a shitload of new footage that I'd not seen, so it was very cool. Very cool. What time are we on? Sorry, I'm just looking at the clock because I've got some stuff to... I need to cook some food for us tea. And I need to make sure I'm not recording this all day, so that... Because I'm doing... what am I doing tonight? Indian pot roast chicken. Fuck yeah. Looking forward to it. Indian food is like my favourite food, and I've got whole chicken to like pot roast in curry spices, and it's going to be so fucking nice. But it's going to need a couple of hours in total, so I need to make sure I'm not wasting my entire day clicking away on Diablo. But we're making fairly good progress, so, you know. See how we do. Okay. Their death animation is pretty great. Oh, it's a Balrog. A Balrog of Morgoth. This foe is beyond any of us. Run! You shall not pass! Oh, crap. Crap. Medusas as well, or cave vipers as they're called in this. Need to not get too complacent with these mobs, because they are very punishing in terms of DPS. Need to be not shy of using my shield bash as well. I'm not sure what defensive thing I've got. Oh yeah, the Iron Flesh thing. Get out of my sight. Absolute shit. Cool. Cool. Oh, a straggler. Succubus. Give me all the money. All of it. I want it all. I want it all. I want it all. I want it all. I want it now. Oh, there's a boss. There's a boss. What is it? Vile Touch. I believe the champion bosses in this event are just very tough, large and fast versions of the normal ones. In the proper game of Diablo 3 they have special traits, of course. You know, like they can go invisible and shit, or like teleport around, or freeze you, or build up walls around you so you get trapped. That kind of thing. But in this they're just tough enemies. Mini bosses. God. Going back up this way, I think. Went round in a huge circle. Brilliant. Okay. But yeah, I've been itching recently to get some videos recorded of things to do with like ancient mythology, because
I must be getting close.
Yes, indeed. Because I'm really into ancient mythology, like Greek, Roman, and Egyptian mythology, and like Norse as well. And so there are some cool games that I want to be exploring for that reason. Like there's, well, Titan Quest I already mentioned. But oh fuck. I may have slightly bitten off more than I can chew with this mob. Fucking die, always. But there's also, yeah, there's Titan Quest, but there's also Jotun is a really good game for authentic Norse mythology. Jotun's like a top-down, cartoony kind of Dark Souls type of thing, I guess you could say. And it's very cool, very unique. And then there's, ooh, nice, a game which I have been meaning to play on this channel since the beginning, and I keep saying I'm going to do it, but I've made a resolution that I will actually do it this year, and that's Apotheon, which is like a Metroidvania based in Greek mythology, done in a Greek pottery art style, which is so fucking cool. There's also a free multiplayer arena of that, which is like, I've wasted a lot of time on that multiplayer arena. Most of the time failing miserably at it. Okay. Guardian. Those guys are intimidating, but they're actually really easy. Give me the booty. What is it? It's absolute shit once again. How is it I'm sort of coming towards the last part of this dungeon now, and I'm still finding
the armories of
crap
hell
equipment.
Are home to the warlord of blood. In his wake lay the mutilated bodies of thousands. Angels and man alike have been cut down to fulfill his endless sacrifices to the Dark Ones, who scream for one thing: blood.
That sounded good, but I can't use it. Again, more shit that I don't want or need. Weapon racks, nothing good inside them. Fairly okay mobs to deal with here. Doomguard. Oh yeah, they're Reaper class enemies. So they're like... you get a lot of Reapers in the Reaper of Souls expansion for Diablo 3. They're like the Angels of Death kind of thing. Just wasted a healing well there. Right, there's going to be a difficulty spike now because there's only like 3 more levels, so... I think it's 3, can't really remember. I have to come clean and say I was actually a little bit drunk when I played through this the other day, so I can't remember it. Details about certain aspects are a little sketchy. Nice. But yeah, I am going to focus on... I've got a couple more impression videos that I'm going to do very soon, but apart from that, my main focus is to finish up some of the ongoing series that have been going on for a little bit too long now, get them finished, so we can start a couple of new things up. But I really want to revisit Exanima, which is one of the first games that I actually played on this channel, but I only got about 2, I think I only got 2 episodes like recorded because of other things and because I was too inexperienced with it and I didn't really know how to best do YouTubing. But it's nearly been a full year since I made those videos, and Exanima is still in beta, but it gets so many updates that it's almost a different game now than what it was before when I was recording it earlier. So there's a whole lot more to see, a whole lot more to talk about, and the game is so much more polished and so much more fun to play now. It's really become a bit of an obsession for me, that game. I can honestly say, without question or shadow of a doubt, that it has the best melee combat of any game that I've ever played, and it's like a very solidly realistic simulation of medieval combat, which is something that no game has ever really managed to succeed in doing before. There are games which have amazing combat design, like Dark Souls, or the Souls series in general, Bloodborne and Demon Souls and all that. The combat in those games is so much fun, there's so much depth and strategy behind it, and it always does manage to succeed in feeling weighty, and feeling like your moves actually matter, compared to something like Skyrim, where you're basically just like running circles around the enemies, whacking them with a sword until they die, and it never really feels like there's much weight behind what you're doing, as much as I do love that game, and I do. But Exanima is so much different because it's actually it actually has the depth and strategy of real-life sword combat, so it's completely brilliant. Totally brilliant. Where are we? Are we going around in a big circle? Yeah, of course we are. Of course we are. Down the bottom right. Got the item smash speed boost there for a bit. If you smash, I think it's 7 or 8 items in one sort of go, you get like a boost to your movement speed. And possibly to attack speed as well, I can't remember exactly, but... 15. Oh god. Magistrates. They're annoying. They move very fast. A Balrog of Morgoth. What did you say? A Balrog of Morgoth. What did you say? Tell me, where is Gandalf? I much desire to speak with him. I watched all of the Lord of the Rings trilogy and all of the Hobbit trilogy over Christmas. The extended trilogies of both films, and it was, what, a total of about 24 solid hours or something of high fantasy. And I have to say that having watched them again and kind of had a fresh perspective on them, the Lord of the Rings trilogy is really brilliant. The Hobbit trilogy is less brilliant, but still has some good moments. The first Hobbit film is the best, but I also think that the first Lord of the Rings film is the best as well. So it's really annoying, like, getting the best ones out of the way first, because you kind of like just have to slog your way through the rest. This boss mob is a bit prickly.
I will never forget the first time I saw these horrors shambling out of the misty woods. Our loved ones, buried long
need to
ago,
kill this guy.
rose from their graves and began to attack the living. However,
The Vizier.
the risen dead were only the beginning.
Just die, you fucking prick. There we go. Cool, cool, cool. There's some straggling torsos. Lots of zombies. These guys have like a sort of, probably about a 50-50 chance of splitting into a torso when you kill them like that, and then the torso crawls along the ground. And then it's no biggie. Boom. Boom. So if I can reach Diablo, I'll probably just die on him really quickly and then have to like restructure my character build a little bit, because I've really not been doing that at all. I've just been hacking my way through, which is fun, but the difficulty is spiking, so there's going to be straggler. Level up? No. Nearly a level up. So I'm starting to be a little bit underpowered for these mobs, which means that I'm going to be severely underpowered for Diablo. A Balrog of Morgoth. Fly, you fools! I watched something else with Ian McKellen recently. What was it? Oh, Stardust. The 2007 Matthew Vaughn film Stardust. I'd seen it before when it came out and thought it was alright, but I rewatched it with my girlfriend the other day. It's fucking brilliant, man. That film, it's like so brilliant. It's like the modern version of The Princess Bride, which is one of my favourite films, but it's so great. Based on a novel by Neil Gaiman, who's one of the best fantasy novelists currently alive.
My faith is rewarded.
It's so great. If you haven't seen it, oh, definitely check it out. It's one of those films where, I think they call it an ensemble cast, but it's one of those films where every single character is like an amazingly brilliant actor who is like a legendary actor. You know, it's got like it's narrated by Ian McKellen, but it's got Peter O'Toole, Jason Fleming, Mark Strong, Mark Heap, Adam Buxton, Robert De Niro, Ricky Gervais, Michelle Pfeiffer, Claire Danes, Sienna Miller, Henry Cavill, the Superman bloke. Oh, it's brilliant. It's set in the 19th century. It's about a village in England called Wall, which this village is like in the English countryside, and it's built alongside this giant wall, which has one little entrance through the wall, and the entrance has like been guarded for centuries. No one is allowed to go through, past the wall into the land beyond. But this like kid goes through, and basically on the other side of the wall is this magical like fairy tale kingdom called Stormhold, and he gets involved in an adventure there. And it's so brilliant. It's like it's sort of the reason why I compare it to The Princess Bride is because it has a lot of themes that are just exactly the same kind of thing as The Princess Bride. Like, it's a very, very romantic fantasy film, but it takes the piss out of itself at all times, and it's really funny and really like never takes itself seriously enough to be slushy and annoying. The romance you like really get into because it's so kind of quirky and tasteful. Oh, it's brilliant. Yes, I'll have that. Thank you. I think we may be coming to the end. Unholy Altar, this is Diablo, I think. Where is he? Advocates. They're pretty tough. And they shoot fireballs. What fun. We're getting more regeneration from that new piece of equipment, but still, these mobs, the combination of different enemy types in this stage are really fucking annoying. As you can see, I'm taking a bit of a pummeling here because of all the projectiles. Problem with a purely melee character, you see. I need more Wrath. Please build up some Wrath. Or Wrath. Is it Wrath or Wrath? I've heard it said both ways quite a lot. Feel my Wrath. Wrath sounds cooler. Shit. I got teleported to a boss. Move! I'm gonna die. I'm so gonna die. These fucking projectiles. Jesus Christ on a bike. Gotta defeat these mobs, man. If I can get the boss down to just the boss, it'll be no trouble. There we go. There we go. It's these slight kind of homing projectiles and the poison balls together are really a fucking problem. There we go. Take a beating. Black Jade. Build up some Wrath. Got Shield Bash. You are out of there.
Out of room.
Let's drop something, see what this is. It's crap. I was hoping I might be able to get a really strong weapon in at the end there. But apparently not. I can't remember if there's 16 or 20 levels. But I might as well go through all of it now, to be quite honest. As soon as I stop playing this, I've got to go and do a shitload of washing up, so I'm happy to continue playing. Oh crap, 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 crap. I need to stop touching those teleport books. I really, really do. Jesus. Run. Run and regenerate. R and R. It's not rest and recuperation, it's Archbishop Lazarus. Oh yeah, he's one of the original bosses as well. Annoying having to fight several bosses at once, to be honest, but I think we'll get Red Vex out of the way first. God, so tanky. So fucking tanky. Just die, man. You can die. Right.
I can't carry anymore.
No, you are extremely difficult. He doesn't actually attack very quickly, so we should be able to regenerate the melee damage in between his attacks. It's the projectiles that are a problem. I think there may be 20 levels. I can't remember. Why can't I remember? It's only the other day I was playing it. My memory ain't what it used to be. Oh, so tanky. At least I can build up Wrath quite quickly. Right, it's coming up to like 2/3 dead. Do you want to stop teleporting around, you little prick? Twat. Come on, come on, come on, I haven't got all day. My arse is starting to ache, I need to get up and have a walk. Doing it for like, what are we on? 1 minute 40. No, 1 hour 40, not 1 minute 40. Come on. Nearly dead. Where you at? There you go. Come on! Chase him with a shield bash. Lazarus. Prick. I think he is the penultimate boss. I think it's just him and then Diablo.
Out of room.
Yeah. Lots and lots of loot. Alright, let's town portal.
I'm returning to town.
Hopefully for the last time. I'll just sell off a load of useless crap and then check this out, because hopefully we should have some good drops from him.
I've got some brand new goods.
Right,
You might
if we just
be
get rid of everything we
interested
can't even use at all, then that's going to be a good start.
Tell me of your
We
glorious
sell the
sword.
crafting materials because
We
they're
seek
no
the sacred
use.
tomes that were stolen by
That's no
Archbishop
use.
Lazarus.
Oh.
Wow,
What's
amazingly I don't
Not
even
the
have any van
illustration,
braces
perhaps?
equipped.
No.
Attack
They
speed
contain
increase, we'll have
prophecies
that.
of the end times.
Topaz,
That one we
I don't
are
have any socketed
But
gears,
they've
there's
been
no
gone for
point.
20 years, and you survived.
And we will survive 1,000 more
Yeah,
if we
alright,
must, but
that'll
the
do.
tomes will
Back we go.
return to us.
Must be spectacularly.
Give it to me, all of it. What we got? Shit. Oh, that's pretty good. Gain 4 life per wrath spent. See, that's good. But it's less than half the damage. Oh, that's two-handed. Oh, we need a one-handed so we can use shield bash. That's two-handed, so that's no good. Let's switch to that, because I mean we lose some regeneration, but it's not too bad. I think we'll be alright. Here we go. I think it's Diablo now.
This cannot be opened yet.
I think so, anyway. Well, the mobs are tough enough.
It won't open.
Cool, cool, cool.
Blessings of the light.
Blessings of the light. Alright, we are at Diablo, I believe, so let me just, before I do, let me just check this. Provoke. Taunt nearby enemies. Mount a warhorse. Build up an explosion, we'll go for that. For skill 2. Iron skin, protect from damage is good. Consecrate ground is good. We'll stick with that. And we'll increase the duration. We'll get the stun for shield bash. Laws of Valor. Increase attack speed, useful. Reduce the amount of damage. We'll go for that, I guess. Falling Sword. Launch stones to the heavens, come crashing down. Cool. Alright. Let's give these a try. Boom. That's pretty useful if you're like surrounded, I think. That's when we'll use it. We have to get through these pretty appalling mob rooms first. Yeah, I'm totally stuck. This is a lovely room of death. Oh, it's one of those. I want one of those. Come on, you fucks. It'd be nice if I could level up before Diablo, actually. Oh, there he is. Come on. Ah, he's not too bad. The projectiles from the others are a bit annoying, but we can keep using Iron Skin, we should be fine. I'm hoping. Need to build up some Wrath. Roth. There we go, and unleash.
Not yet.
That hits him fairly hard. The mobs are slowly bleeding through here. If we can get him with shield bash, that would be good. Shit, there's another boss. And he's slowed me down. Brilliant. Sir Gorash. He's not too hard, luckily. Oh, that really hurts. That really fucking hurts. Yes, it does. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Rebob. Give me health. Ooh, drop lots of things. Iron Skin. Come on then. All ya. Take you all on. Particularly Diablo. I like we've got this in the bag. He's really not a hard boss. I mean, compared to the Diablo at the end of Act 4 of Diablo 3, he's not too hard. And compared to, like, Dale Baal from Diablo 2,
I love it.
he's down. And now we get the extremely crappy low-res pre-rendered CG cutscene from the original Diablo, which is quite cool. With the epic twist ending. There you go. We got a pet reward. Anyway, there's a whole lot of loot here. I got a whole lot of loot. Do 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 do. You need loot, babe. Baby, I got loot, babe. Babe. Way down inside, honey, you and me, gonna give you my love, gonna give you my love. Got a whole lot of love. I guess, can I get back to, I don't know if I can. I was gonna say just before I end it I might just go back to town and do the little thing to get hey, still some Diablo minions alive. Well, let's fucking finish these guys off. The pricks. I'm not going to climb all the way back out of the dungeon to Old Oh, I know what I can do. Just simply go here. Go back to the Old Tristram ruins here. And go back through the entry portal to Old Tristram. Here. Right, so I've got that black mushroom from level 9. You give it to one of these. No, I remember what you do, sorry. You go out of the town up here and you will find Adria's hut. and inside Adria's hut there is a cauldron, which you put the black mushroom inside, and it's just here. Yeah, use it. You get the witch's brew. Now there are 3 dead cows over here, and when you interact with them, they rip open and a cow ghost comes out. But you have to not touch them. If you want the super secret content from this, you have to leave those cows alone. I won't be able to do it all on here because I don't have 1,000,000 gold to do Wurt's Leg, but I will show you how it's done. So there are various bodies around Tristram here, like Griswold, Ogden, the characters from Diablo.
This cannot be opened yet.
He'll say this cannot be opened yet. I can't remember the exact order that you do them in, but you find the bodies. One of them, there you go. You give the witch's brew, you get the drunkard's debt. You see their spirit comes out at the end. That shows that their part is done.
It won't open.
The drunkard's debt you give to one of them. It's not Griswold, he's the last one. Ogden? Yeah. And then you get Garda's letter. Give Garda's letter to Pepin. Get Healer's prescription. I think you give that to Griswold. There you go. And at this point, Griswold is supposed to give you a schematic for crafting Wurt's Leg as a weapon. I already got it on my other characters, so I won't get it again here. But what you do is you get the schematic for Wurt's Leg, and then you go back to New Tristram. Get out of my face. Where's the waypoint? Oh, it's up there. You go back to New Tristram through here. Actually, I could have just done the map, couldn't I? Go to the blacksmith here. You can then forge weapons. You go down, you find on the legend, it'll have a legendary colour. It'll be orange. There it is, Wurt's Leg as a mace. As you can see, it's absolutely fucking useless. 5.4 damage, no special effects at all. And it costs 1,000,000 gold and some reusable parts, which is a consumable that you get from unenchanted weapons. So all it is 1,000,000. As you can see, I've only got 325,000, so I'm not able to do it now. But what you do is you craft Wurt's Leg, you get it as a weapon, and then you go to salvage. You salvage the leg, and it gives you a hidden message from inside. The message tells you the order in which to interact with those dead cows. You go and interact with them in the right order, and it opens a little portal that gives you a new pet. And if you want to do that, then do it quickly, because farming 1,000,000 gold can take a while, and this event is only open through January. Anyway, I will end this here. Thank you very much for watching it. I hope you enjoyed it. If you watched it all the way to the end, you are amazing and you win. And thank you very much for doing that. I hope you enjoyed this random playthrough of Darkening of Tristram. If you did, drop me a like, let me know what you think, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, everyone. Goodbye!